I have back pains. I'm sleeping at 11 p.m. I'm bullet journaling in black pages. Who is this? Hello everyone, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something a little fun and funky. Okay, maybe not funky, but it is definitely fun. If you guys watched my October plan with me and bullet journal setup, then you'll know that this month's theme is moons and stars, and it is actually completely black and white, which was very new for me because I'm so used to using lots of colors in my bullet journal setup. But in that video, I experimented with a bunch of different ways to use black and white in my journal, and one of those ways was I used black paper and kind of ripped it up and used it as the background with white gel pen on top. And I asked you guys whether you'd want to see a full video of me doing like complete bullet journal spreads on black paper, and a lot of you guys said yes. So that's what we are going to be doing today. I'm going to be bullet journaling in a notebook that has all black pages, and I'm very interested to see how the spreads turn out. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this video was because of this specific notebook. This is the Archer and Olive Blackout notebook. I'm sure a bunch of you guys have already been seeing this notebook floating around on the internet because a lot of people have been experimenting with black page bullet journaling, so I wanted to try it out for myself as well. And I'm really excited because Archer and Olive was actually kind enough to sponsor this video and send along these notebooks for me to try out. You guys already know how much I love Archer and Olive, not just for their notebooks, but also as a brand in general. I mean, first of all, their notebooks are some of the highest quality on the market. I am currently using Archer and Olive, and that's what I've been using this entire year. So I'm curious to see how the black page one holds up to it. But just in general, as a company, it's a small business owned and run by one woman, which I love supporting woman-owned businesses. And I also love that they are mental health focused and environmentally conscious with their packaging and how they ship stuff. If it's anything like the regular dotted notebook, then I think we're good to go. So in general, this is going to be more so focused on actually doing the black page bullet journaling and seeing what creative spreads we can come up with. But anyways, I'm very excited to see what I can come up with, so let's get started. Okay, so the actual outside of the notebook is the exact same as the regular ones. I have the regular ones here. As you can see, this one is my regular bullet journal with the white pages on the inside. This one has the black on the inside. So it's the same texture. It's almost like a linen material, and then they have the foil on the front. I have the design with the moon phases, which goes perfectly with my October theme, but there's a bunch of other designs, I believe. So if you don't want this cover, they have other options as well. Oh, and also this is a fun little touch, but the edges are gilded as well. So it's the same like metallic sort of look all around. But let's open this bad boy up, shall we? I mean, I've already had some experience with the paper since I ripped out, not really ripped out, I like took out one of the inside leaflets for my bullet journal, but I haven't used it fully, so it's nice to kind of like flip through it. As you can see, it is black paper, but what I do want to note is that it's not completely black. It's almost like a dark gray, which I don't mind. Here, I feel like the outside cover is actually darker than the inside paper. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but in person, it is definitely a bit lighter. And what I also like is that you're still able to see some dots on the notebook. I hope you guys can see that, but there are slightly lighter dots on it. It's almost like a lighter gray, and I really like that because a lot of people who would be using this notebook would be bullet journaling, so it makes it easier to measure things out and stuff. Okay, so the gel pens that she recommends using on these are the Sakura Jelly Roll Moonlight gel pens, which I do actually have quite a few of. Not even just the regular neon ones, I also have some of the glitter ones, the shimmery ones, the gold shadow ones. So we'll test out a lot of these and see which one shows up the best on the black paper. Whenever I have any sort of new stationery like this, I always like to just test out a bunch of pens on them. So we're just gonna be drawing a bunch of lines and seeing what shows up the best. I'll do it at the back here. This is the back where I actually ripped out that leaflet for my October bullet journal. As you can see, the threads are a bit looser here so that it's easier to to take out. Okay, let's test these neon ones. Standard white jelly rolls. Ooh, okay. Yeah, these are showing up really great on the notebook. A lot of people ask me about which white gel pen I use. I specifically love the jelly roll in the 10 thickness. I do find that the 05 is not as good. Even the 08, it's still good, but not as good as the 10. It doesn't show up as opaque, which I'll show you guys here. So this is the 8 thickness. So yeah, you can see it already right off the bat that the 10 is way more opaque than the 08, and I think it just has to do with the amount of ink that comes out. Even when I'm bullet journaling on regular paper, whenever I use a white pen to correct my mistakes, it's usually the Jelly Roll 10. Yeah, these look really great. I want to try out these colorful ones though. These are like the neon colors, which are going to be very fun. I like this pink color. So this is 06 thickness, so even thinner than the 08, but it's actually showing up more opaque than the 08 in white. What I'm noticing is that they are pretty opaque right off the bat, but if you write slower, just like a tad bit slower, it actually gets even more opaque because the ink comes out a little bit more. Because if I go a lot faster, the ink skips out a little bit more. I actually like the look of these colors more on these black pages versus on the white. I think the black and these neons just look so beautiful together. Okay, so those are the 5 colors. I think my favorite has to be this orange or the pink here. They look really great. I'm just gonna experiment with any other Moonlight gel pens I have. Oh, whoa. Okay, that is not showing up. This is the dark, or it's like a medium blue Moonlight. So that doesn't show up on the black paper. I guess it kind of makes sense because it is a darker color. Interesting because it's the exact same line of pens, like they're both Moonlight 06, but the blue just doesn't show up at all. Okay, let's try it with this like medium green color. Oh, it's like kind of showing up at the beginning here. It's starting to come out a little bit more. Maybe I just needed to get it going. Definitely not as good as the lighter neon colors. I'm gonna go back to the blue. Maybe it's the same thing. Yeah, I don't think so. Ooh, this one showed up nice. This is like a deeper red. That was actually a very useful test to me. So like the darker gel pens just don't show up kind of at all. But I'm curious about the other like shimmery glittery one. So this is the Jelly Roll Gold Shadow. Okay, so usually when you use these on white paper, you can really see the base color. Like these are both gold shadow gel pens. This one's green and this one's purple. And normally you'd be able to tell the difference, but on this black paper, I actually can't really tell the difference between the green and the purple. Only the gold shadow part shows up. So that's something to note if you are wanting to use the gold shadow. Let's try these shimmery, I think this is shimmery one. Okay, yeah, that is not showing up at all. It's showing up a little bit when it hits the light, but in general, not the greatest. I'm gonna try a couple other shimmery ones and then we'll try the glitter ones, but I don't think the shimmery ones are the ones. Oh, cool, okay. I think it all depends on how much you layer the color. What I'm finding is that when you write really slow, a lot of them will typically end up showing up on the paper, but it's when you start writing a little bit faster that the ink doesn't show up as much. Okay, let's move on to the glitter one. It actually says metallic, so I guess I've been calling them wrong. Oh my gosh, that is, okay, this is the one. Do you see that? That's showing up so nicely on the black. It's showing up a lot better too because it has a thicker tip. By the way, the actual paper is really smooth. I was expecting it to be a little bit more like construction paper-y when I first got it because, you know, I'm used to seeing dark paper in that construction paper color, but it's really smooth, similar to the white page notebook, so I do appreciate that, especially for using any sort of brush pen or metallic brush pen on them. Smooth paper is always better because it'll fray your pens less. All right, so far so good. I really do think that my favorite are the Sakura metallic on this black paper, and then I'll probably have to go with the Moonlight Jelly Rolls, but the rest of them, like the gold shadow and the shimmer glitter ones, not my favorite, so I'd probably skip out on those. I do have a couple other random name brand ones, so we're gonna try it. This is the Uniball Signo glitter pens. Ooh, these ones show up better than the Sakura glitter ones. Yeah, way better. I think the chunks of glitter are just a little bit thicker there. So that's the Sakura Jelly glitter, and then that's the Uniball Signal glitter on the black paper. And I also have my Pilot Juice Paint markers. These are like really thick. I'm expecting these to go on top of the black really well because they're actually meant for like wood and plastic and glass, and that, yeah, like I expected. That is juicy and perfect. I do have a good sense of what works and what doesn't on this paper now, which is really good because now we can move on to actually drawing stuff. But I'll just do like a regular bullet journal spread on the black paper and see how it ends up, and then later we can maybe do some doodles or lettering and just have fun with it. Okay, so since things are a little bit inverted, I'm gonna be using my white gel pen as the standard lines, almost like when you use a black fine liner in white pages. Right off the bat, I can already tell that this looks really cool. Even if you only used the white gel pen and didn't use any of the other colors, it almost looks like you're doing a chalkboard spread. I'm very conscious of making sure that it's not smudging because gel pens do tend to take a little bit longer to dry, especially because they lay right on top of the paper. So I just feel like it's gonna smudge eventually at some point, but so far it's so good. Alright, so I know my theme this month was black and white and moons and stars and stuff, but this actually isn't going to be a spread that I'm using. I'm just kind of doing it for the video because I already have my weekly spread in my bullet journal. So I just wanted to experiment, and plus we tested out all of those colorful pens. We might as well put it to use. Something that I've seen Archer and Olive do a lot on their Instagram is they blended the colors, which I think is so pretty. I don't know how to do that though, so I'm gonna try and we'll see how it turns out. I'm using these three colors, the pink, the red, and the orange, and I think it looks really nice together. Okay, so I'm kind of getting the hang of the blending. I think what you have to do is, instead of like writing the full word out and then placing the colors on top, you just like switch out the letters and then go in wherever the colors touch and sort of blend it with the previous color. Okay guys, I think that looks so good. I love like the slight blend of colors. I think it makes it look really, really cool. I guess we might as well try to keep within like the moon theme a little bit. So I'm gonna use the white gel pen and try to doodle some moon phases up here. By the way, while we're drawing these moon phases, I realized that I did the incorrect moon phases in my October plan with me. 2 of them were wrong, but basically 2 of the crescent moons should have been inverted, like it should have been filled in all the way on one side instead of on the other side. I mean, it's a small detail and I pointed it out on my Instagram and in the pinned comment of that video so that hopefully some of you guys would fix it before you recreated it, but unfortunately a lot of you guys were recreating incorrect moon phases and I'm very sorry for that, but we will try to do it correctly this time around. Ooh, oh my gosh, do you guys see that? This is so satisfying. I was curious to see how it would color in and whether it'd be streaky, but the white gel pen in 10 is just like so creamy that it fills it in with no issue. Oh my god, I love that. I'm curious to see whether I would be able to go back in over top of the white with some sort of black fine liner for any detail work. We'll do that after, just to experiment. Oh my god, this is so satisfying. Something about this is even more satisfying than bullet journaling on white paper. Am I gonna switch to a black page bullet journal permanently? Next year, my whole bullet journal is just done in this black notebook. I'm finding that the best way to color with these gel pens are in circular motions. It actually feels a lot better since the tip of the gel pen is round, so it makes it color in way smoother than if you were just to go up and down. Hot tip! Another tip with like working with gel pens is that you shouldn't necessarily have to press really hard for a lot of ink to come out, because if I press hard on top of this, it'll just scrape off the top layer. So when I want to layer it, I'm just like pressing lighter, and that way it'll lay on top whatever is already there. Gonna add a couple stars and things here and there. Oh my god, it's so nice drawing stars on black paper because it actually looks like stars. You guys know that like stars and constellations and everything are my favorite thing to doodle, so this is right up my alley. This is so cute, guys. Okay, so I'm curious about layering not only black fine liner on top of any gel pen, but also layering colored gel pen on top of the white. So typically when I make a mistake in my white page notebook, what I'll do is I'll use these white pens to cover up any black fine liner. But I want to see if the opposite is true. So if I'm using my white gel pen in this black notebook and I make a mistake and I want to reverse it, if I use a black fine liner on top, will it like look okay? I'm not sure because these papers aren't pure black, but we'll see. Wait, that works so good. It doesn't look too dark on the black too, which is what I was worried about. It's so much easier to fix a mistake in the black page bullet journal than it is in a normal white page journal, because usually when I fix a mistake, whether it be with a white gel pen on top of the fine liner, you can still kind of see a little bit of underneath. You just, you know, I just kind of deal with it and live with the consequences, but here you can't see really too much. I want to use the bright colors that we used on top of the moons to do the numbers. Again, I'm making sure not to press too hard because I don't want to like scrape off the white or smudge any white underneath. Oh my god, it goes on top of the white too really, really well. Am I the only one who's like really in love with this? I can see why these are the best gel pens to use for this, because I think that these gel pens have a rounder tip than a lot of gel pens. Sometimes you'll find gel pens that are a little bit of a sharper tip and it makes it scratchier, which is not necessarily a bad thing. The rounder tip really makes it easy to press lightly and layer things. It's just a really great writing experience I'm having right now. And I'm gonna try to erase this box so that I can actually separate the weekend out into two. Oh my god. I wish fixing mistakes was this easy normally. I'm aging at a very rapid pace and I'm becoming a grandma because I'm having a lot of back issues. Like, I can crack my back pretty much every time, which is probably not what a 21-year-old should be able to do. Enough about my grandma problems. I just don't know who I am anymore. I have back pains, I'm sleeping at 11 p.m. I'm bullet journaling in black pages. Who is this? Oh my gosh, this spread is so cute. And it was like a really, really simple spread in general, but I think what makes it look cool and not too simple is the fact that it's on the black page. I think in general that's what black pages do, and like that's what I love about doodling on like the dark background. It just makes everything look like you put so much more effort into it than you did. Okay guys, so I think I'm done with this spread. I really, really love the way this turned out. I actually really, really enjoyed bullet journaling on black paper, even more so than I expected, because, you know, I've used black paper in my bullet journal before, but never for a full spread. And it was a fun, creative challenge because it forced you to think a little bit differently. Like, for example, fixing the mistakes with the black fine liner, which is like inverting in your mind what you would normally do on regular paper. Things like that. It forces you to think a little bit more creatively. Oh my gosh, it looks so good from afar. It also has a slight Halloween vibe, which I love too. I think it would be so cute to do a full Halloween theme in this black paper. It's kind of like perfect for Halloween themes, especially with this neon orange gel pen, which, by the way, I definitely think that this is like the power duo. Name a more iconic duo, I'll wait, you know, that type of thing. Since the paper is so smooth and the gel pens, the Sakura gel pens have a rounder tip, when you write on the paper, it's just like glides so smoothly and layers so easily. So yes, overall, Art Journal Blackout books get a big thumbs up for me. I mean, I expected nothing less from Art Journal. They are great. It's the same quality as the regular notebooks. So if you guys are interested in getting one for yourself and you want to try out bullet journaling on black pages, I'm going to leave a link down below. And I also have a coupon code for you guys. If you use Amanda10 at checkout, you get 10% off your purchase of any notebook, not just the blackout ones, so that'll definitely help you guys out a little. I think that's it. If you guys did enjoy this, maybe I can do more of these black page bullet journal videos, because honestly, I loved it so much, so I would love to do more, so maybe just say yes for me. I hope you guys have an awesome day, keep doodling, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye everyone!